Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to get some more chicken breast cut up and prepped and frozen and vacuum sealed for my freezer. For those of you who have watched my channel before, I do food prepping to save money and also to help when it comes time for meal preparation. Everything's ready to go. It's in the freezer frozen into individual servings for 2 people. All I have to do is open up the bags, 2 or 3 bags, depending on what I'm mixing together, and I have dinner. But I've had people ask me on my channel how much I pay for bags, what kind of bags am I using, what's the machine, etc., etc. So I'm just going to go through it today for you. Now this is my second vacuum seal machine I've owned, and this one has done the same thing as the first one did, overuse. You push a button on the side and it releases the top. When you push it down firmly, you can hear this click. This side no longer clicks. It's the second one it's happened to, and it's a different brand. So I do hold this down with my hand as it seals to make sure I get a firm seal, only because it doesn't click closed anymore. Now this one here is Potane. I got it on Amazon. These can range anywhere from $30 to $200, depending on what you choose. They vacuum seal bags for you. You can seal your food up fast, easy, and great. I like the vacuum seal bags for a lot of reasons, and I'll explain why. But you have different options here on the top of food. You can freeze dry or freeze seal dry items, moist, delicate, and soft. Depending on what you're freezing. Now I use the moist one for chicken breast. I use delicate when I freeze when I seal up vegetables, and then there's dry one for if you're doing dry items, like when I do spinach leaves. Anyhow, and then it's got the vacuum seal function, a seal function, and vacuum only function. When it comes to the bags, when I order, and again they're all over the board of what you can get. I always ordered what I call, I guess it's called WeVac. I get them on Amazon, and I like this brand. It's been pretty consistent for me, and I've been asked how much I pay. You get 2 rolls this big for $17, and then you cut the bags to the size that you want. I cut smaller bags like this when I want to do vegetables, larger bag when I'm doing meat, and they also put in here, which I don't use, but they do put in these little tags that you can cut, slip them inside your bags as you freeze, and write on them what it is you're freezing. But how the bags work is you can cut them into any size you want. And then you have to seal one side and then vacuum seal the other. So I traditionally cut my sizes to what I'm working with. Today I'm doing chicken breast. I'm gonna cut them a little bit larger. Once you cut the bag, you then seal one end of it. And when you put it in here, this is the heat element here from the top that seals the bag for you. And you just place it into where the opening of the bag sits in this little crevice. Close it down and hit seal only. It'll heat it up and seal one end of the bag for you. Let's wait for that light to go off. Once it goes off, the bag is sealed at one end, as you can see here. So now I can put items in it. All right, so let's get some chicken breast cut up, and we'll do the other end of sealing it and getting the air out. And again, as you know, for those of you who have watched my channel before, I buy items that are only on sale. I only get what I'm going to the store for with the coupons that they're having on special for that week at the grocery store. And I don't get distracted by anything else. I buy only what is on sale of what I want. So here we got chicken breast. It's from the butcher at the butcher counter, and 8 pounds is the limit that I could get. And they're pretty good size, as you can see. That is a huge chicken breast, and I can get 8 pounds. So I cut these up into servings for Kevin and I first slice it in half. So I now have 2 nice sized chicken breasts. But when I cook dinner, I use meat as only part of the meal, and I pair it with vegetables. So I'm going to cut this in half again. So each large chicken breast is going to give me 4 servings for dinner, and 8 meals because it's for Kevin and I. So that's what I do, is I cut them up every time I buy it. And the chicken breasts have been all over the board. They've been ranging from 99 cents a pound about 6 months ago. They normally will sell each week. They'll normally sell when they're not couponed at about $2.99 to $3.99 a pound. So when they go on sale, I do buy and stock up. So I'm gonna cut this one in half again. And I paid $1.74 for 8 pounds of chicken. So that's a nice piece for Kevin and I for dinner. And then I'm gonna cut this one in half again because it's so thick. It'll be plenty for him and I. Again, look at that, that's a huge breast. I'm short one on this filming of for you because I did take one out last night and cook it for dinner. But today I wanted to get them frozen. So again, I'm gonna cut that one up in a fourth. The same with this one. And this is how we save money prepping food. By buying it in bulk, only when it's on sale. As I said, it's $1.74 sale price. I don't think it'll go back to 99 cents anytime soon. So we'll take advantage of it at $1.74 versus $2.99. This one's pretty good size too, and I'm only gonna cut it in 2 pieces. So what we're gonna have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we ate one last night. 14 servings for 8 pounds of chicken breast for 2 people. So that's what, 2 weeks worth of food? And it costs us 16, meaning, yeah, 2 weeks worth of chicken if we ate chicken every day. And this packet cost me $16.70. All right, so let me get it bagged. So I'm gonna wash my hands first. I've got my bacteria-free pump soap here. Okay. And now we'll get these sealed up. So when I seal these, again, I have my bag ready, and I'm gonna put in 1 chicken breast. Again, I have my bag ready, and I'm gonna put in 1 chicken breast because it's for 1 dinner. And it goes, and now we'll vacuum seal it. So again, you lay it in the tray, close it down. This time, I'm gonna do vacuum, seal, and seal it. So I'm gonna push this button, and you can see the bag starts to shrink up. And now it's gonna seal it closed. Red, blue light came on, and we're sealed. And you can see in there, it took the air out. Therefore, it'll get freezer burnt, and that'll last in the freezer for a good 2 years. So that's how we have compiled our stockpile of prepped food and how we save money. Let's put one in, and again, that's big enough for Kevin and I to split that with some vegetables. After I get this sealed, then I'll show you what I do for a traditional meal here at the house. Once again, you can see how nicely that sealed that piece of meat up. Okay, so as not to bore you with the details, let me get these sealed and I'll come back to you. So let's go get these put in the freezer. And I'll show you out there what I have prepped already. and whole bags of dinner items. So come on, here we go. Okay, here's the freezer I have in the garage. I call this my food bank. As you can see, I have got lots of frozen items in there. I have onions, potatoes. I have more chicken. We'll take one out. And we'll put these in. I have carrots, and I have peas. I have corn. We have peaches. I even dice up and freeze tomatoes. I have lots of strawberries. I have squash. And what we also have in here is tomato sauces I make and some chicken broth that I make. When I cook down chicken thighs for my dog for his dog food, I save the broth. Okay, so let's get out some stuff for dinner while I'm out here. Then there's dinner. And I'll leave these out to thaw. So this is a traditional dinner. I have my chicken. And tonight Kevin wants this in the oven. He doesn't want it in a skillet, but he wants me to bake it. So I will bake this in a small dish in the oven. And then these three vegetables, my peas, my carrots, my corn, and potatoes. There we go. These I'll all stir fry together in a skillet, and dinner will be ready in like 15 minutes. No muss, no fuss, and all I do is cut, dump, throw the bags away, and I have dinner. That's why we prep food. So cost-wise, example, you saw I did 14 bags of chicken at $16. So what is that, about $1 a bag for chicken? So we have $1. On potatoes, as an example, the last time I froze some was earlier this week, and I did 9 pounds for $2.10, and it gave me 30 bags, so do the math. 6 cents a bag. Peas, the same. Corn was corn on the cob. I got 12 ears for $1. Took them off the cob, blanched them, put them in a bag, and I ended up getting 16 bags of corn for $1. And same with carrots. I buy carrots in what's called a restaurant size, and I can get 10 pounds of carrots for $4.90. I cut them up, blanch them, freeze them, and I normally get 30 bags. So do the math. I have 5 bags of nutritious food here for dinner, and it's all gonna cost under $10 for 2 people. That's how we save money and why I became a food prepper. So thanks for watching my video. Come along. We'll see you on the next one, okay? Good eating to you. Ciao.